All right, guys, what's up? Evan Aldo here. So this is going to be Bitcoin. The case for either a low 20K Bitcoin within the next 6 months or a 75K Bitcoin within the next 6 months. And we're going to talk about, both of these cases. I want to talk about the fractal thing people have been talking about too. The case for 58K, I think within the next month or something. It's definitely possible too. So I added a bit to my Bitcoin swing short. Been a nice swing short so far. That's the my big trade right here. Um, so yeah, and we've been short in the exclusive Discord all the way from, I believe it was 44K, or even higher. Maybe it was a 40. No, yeah, 44K, I believe. And yeah, if you're interested in the exclusive Discord, link in the description below. So what I want to show you on the Brave New Coin chart is, first we'll start with the bearish case. So, excuse me. Where our VWAP is right now, this level is where it was here in our summer bear market, and we came up about 130%. Also, the last two times beforehand when it was this low was in our bear market. We're about halfway through, and we came down last time about another, where is it? Another 63%, give or take. And over here, our 2014 bear market came down another 66%. So 66, 63, probably, with the market going, market cap going up over time, diminished returns, less volatility over time, you would say it would probably go, and you would measure it from the top of this candle down about, let's say 55, maybe mid to low 50s, mid to low 50s. It would be mid 20Ks. So let's move on to what everybody likes to talk about, and it's going to be our 200-week moving average. Now, where would that be? Well, first let's see, how long it's going to be. How long is this going to take? So right here, let's see how many months it took here to get to the bottom. It took about 6 months. How long did it take in this cycle to get to the bottom? It took about 3 months. So I'd say, within the next 6 months, 3 to 6 months, maybe 2 months, the earliest, we will see that bottom. You got pretty close to it within 5 months here. We were kind of sideways before that happened, so it'd be interesting to see. Let's move on to our weekly, where we could see the 200-week moving average. And this is the big point. If you guys, a lot of people have talked about this. Tom Crown, I was talking to, showed me this the other week. It's pretty indicative of the bottom in bear markets. Look at that. So where would it be in the next few months? Where would it be in the next few months? We could kind of guesstimate somewhere like that, something like this. If we bottom out in August, it would be around 22, 23K. That's the most bearish case. If we are in our bear market, I think it throws lengthened cycle theory out the window if that happens. And that's a strong buying opportunity. I'd say anything, below like 26K is like where that's the strongest buying opportunity you're probably ever going to get for this again, what I would say, if we do go that low. You could look at another argument to enforce that we would go that low. Look at the weekly coming down. We're repeating that general pattern. Weekly came down. This is the bear market. Weekly came down. This is the bear market. You didn't cross into the red just yet. Right there in 2014, crossing the red, came back up. So a little bit of a tease there before you really crash down. So we'll see what happens. And it'll be interesting few months if this does play out. Moving on to to the bullish case. On your monthly, the bullish case, and you probably heard me talk about it, we would repeat this type of 137% here from our bottom. It'd be generally around this area, 75, 80K, something like that. We'd hit it within the next few months by May, June. So yeah, let's look at kind of the odds here. The weekly looks god awful. Your money flow is coming out, and you're printing a red dot, and your RSIs are curving down. It probably doesn't get too much more bearish for that. On the weekly, let's see, when was the last time it was kind of looking like this? Similar to 2018. Curving down with the RSIs, into the red here. once you get into the red in the weekly, you're almost bottomed out. And then you had your other more of a correction there. Moving on to your 3-day right here. Blood diamond confirmed. Last time we had this, we crashed about 50%. That would be another enforcement, another reason why it's more bearish to get into a bear cycle. And if we repeat kind of over, this was the bottom, this was the pandemic, but let's see, how long did it take from, when you finally crossed in, and then so it was May to when you bottomed out, December. So it was a little over 6 months here. Made it 6 months from here. February, that's going to be August, so about 6 months. And it's going to look something like this. September, August, yeah, around there before we bottom out. And we'd probably hit our 200-week moving average, low 20Ks. This would be more enforcing of the bearish case. We'll talk about the bullish case, the things that do enforce the bullish case. One of them, obviously inflation and a few other things, but your 2-day looks more bearish. Red dot, RSI is curving back down. Your daily curving out with the RSIs. This is where you start to get some hope though, because look at this curvature. Look at what happened here when we were in the red, came right back in the green. We could curve up with this VWAP, print a nice green dot, bam, come up from here. That can happen, and that's the main place we got to look at. Look right here. This we go on a linear spiral line. This point, this line right here. We could just repeat this pattern, and we'd be okay. If we just hit 35, bam, repeat that pattern just like we did here, come up. That's a more bullish case. This is where it gets more bullish. Look at your 16-hour money flow crossover here into the green. When we had this money flow crossover into the red here, what did we move? How much did we move here? From about this area to down here. I mean, it's kind of an approximate thing, but 43%. And we had it here. I would probably measure it, 43% from this point, I guess. And it's going to be a crazy high number. 60K. 60K about. If we measure out the same deal, it'd probably be end of May or something by the time that happens. That'd be a more conservative bullish case. Well, from here to here, when was this? When this crossover? November, bottoming out in January. So 2 months, excuse me. So February, March, April. So it'd probably be April. April, you could get to 60K. And then your case to 75, 80K, what I was saying, that would happen in May, probably in the next month, if that bullish case does play out. So that's what the bulls are looking at. And your 8-hour is a little more bearish. You're coming into the red here. The last time this has happened, you came down quite a bit more. So this is a short-term type thing. Let's get on to our measure tool. From here to here, down 30%. Ooh, right from here to here, down 30%. That would probably bring you down 30%, 27K by end of March or something like that, I would say, yeah. End of March, and then if you're in the 27Ks, it's pretty quickly, you'll probably get to your bottom in April or May or something like that. So it'd probably be the same timeline. Probably be April or May when we either, get to 60, 70, 80K, or we get to the 20Ks. That's what I would say. And again, if we lose this level, if we close like a daily candle below this level, if we just come down like this and come right back up, that's fine. But if we just come down and we're bouncing around here, that's where you're in your bear market. You're lost your macro bull market. We're still in a macro bull market. We're in a mini bear market, but a macro bull market. And this is your support level. Once you lose this, then you're done, I would say. Still is a little bit of hope. Lower time frames right here, your hourly, you got some curvature. There is some hope here. But you look at funding fees, a lot of people have no clue what's going on. People are flopping and groping. If you look at the high time frames again, the weekly, the red dot, all of that, it supports the bearish case a little bit more. I know if you guys have been watching me a while, I've been more bullish. Definitely thinking we'd come up to 75K, but things change. The market changes. And I'm more of a, I do have a hodl portfolio, but that's stuff that I'm planning on really never selling or waiting like years to sell. A lot of money that we make is in trading in the exclusive Discord. That's, we're shorting, we're longing, all those type of things. So we don't need to know exactly, on a macro scale what's going to happen. We're just using a strategy over time, and we're going to be profitable. We're not going to win every trade, but we're going to be profitable over time. That's kind of the secret to trading. So leaning a tiny bit more bearish, I would say. And then you do have black swan stuff, Russia, other things like that, the Fed, other things that we weren't exactly expecting. I mean, the Fed, that's predictable, but Russia, we were not expecting. So that's that. That's Bitcoin. Excuse me. We'll go on to Ethereum right now. So Ethereum, if the bearish case does play out, and look at your 2-day blood diamond confirmed. Last time this happened was 2018, before we bottomed out within the next month. I think if this plays out bearish, it'll probably take longer than just a month to bottom out, I would think. But where would Ethereum end up if Bitcoin's in the low 20Ks? Probably around 1200 or something, I would say. 12, 13, 14, 1500. This area would be really big. Let's see if we could look at our 200-week moving average on ETH. And we can. It's at about 1,000 right now, but by the time we actually bottom out, I think it would be probably 12, 1300, if we bottom out, maybe even more in August. So 12, 1300 if the very, very bearish case does play out. Strong buying opportunity. Probably the last buying opportunity ever, to possibly get rich off of this. I mean, never financial advice, but when you have a market cap that's as big as it is right now, it's already hard to get, more than a 5 or a 10x with it. So, yeah. If the more bullish case plays out, it was around, $6,000 Ethereum by the summer. What we need to keep is, for Ethereum, we essentially, I've been messing with some new spiral lines, but we essentially need to keep, I'd say kind of this general line. It's a little bit different with ETH, but this general area, 2300, I would say we need to keep a candle close on the daily above this point. If we're just coming down here, bouncing around, below 2400, 2300, yeah, then your macro bull market is over. So the high time frames for ETH, same as Bitcoin, they are the case for the more bearish outcome. For the more bullish outcome, and I know people have been talking about fractals coming up to 58K for Bitcoin. Yeah, you got to look at your 16-hour, your 12-hour, definitely support that for Ethereum and Bitcoin. Green dot right here, it's powerful. Money flow crossover into the green, could potentially come higher into the green here. That would bring you up quite a bit. I mean, that would definitely bring you up a good amount. Let's see. Last time this happened, I mean, got choppy here, but let's kind of map it, from here to here. It's obviously a little speculative, but yeah, 50% from, that's the same area right here, 50%. 4,300, yeah, if Bitcoin pumps, this could pump to 4,300. It would be that type of scenario. However, I'm just not seeing too high of a probability for it at the moment, but we'll see what happens. Could get a short squeeze if everyone starts going short like crazy. You never know. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. Check out my exclusive Discord, link in the description below. Check out my trading course, 16% off, discount code Trade Forever. If you want to get Market Cipher, my link in the description below. Use it with my discount code. And BITGET, FEMIX, links in the description below. There are some good promos going on right now if you guys are interested. If you're an experienced trader, you know what you're doing, check those out. And that should be it. All right, guys, have a good one. Goodbye.